YouTube, what's happening, everybody? Hope you are doing great out there. Been a few weeks. Got some new pickups. Not too many, but I do have a bunch of grading results to show. PSA and Beckett stuff that's been back over the last few weeks. My last video, I didn't show any of the grading stuff. I just had a bunch of new arrivals, new pickups. By the way, that last video was a doozy. If you missed it, go back and watch it, please. Tons of great cards, a lot of Hall of Fame stuff. Today, we've got a small stack of new pickups. And like I said, some stuff back from grading, both BGS and PSA. And actually some PSA DNA, some really nice signed vintage. So stay tuned for that. Really excited to show those today. First, just want to say thank you. As always, I really do appreciate y'all that watch, comment, subscribe, and like the video, etc. To me, YouTube just represents us old school collectors. All you guys and ladies, I'm sure out there that have been involved with this YouTube community for a while. To me, it just represents us showing our cards. I'm not into the big editing and fancy stuff and sound effects. I just hit record and like to show my cards. So for those of you out there that watch my videos, I truly appreciate it. I appreciate your friendship. And by the way, if you're going to National, I cannot wait to see everybody. We are basically a month. This is what, 6 weeks, 5 weeks away now. That is crazy how close we are. I will be there all week from Tuesday to Sunday. I will be going to the YouTube, whatever it is, trade night or whatever. The one I missed last year. I was kind of bummed that I missed it. But I plan on going to whatever events are going on with the primary YouTube groups so that I can see all the old familiar faces and, of course, meet some of the newer people that upload their collection videos. So anyways, sorry, enough about all that. Look forward to seeing you all soon, and let's get right to the cards. So first, you might recognize that sticker. Speaking of old school, Irving reached out and said that he was going to send me something. For those of you that don't know, my name is Paul Smith, and this Paul Smith from Tulsa, the quarterback from back then, we did a recollection project where we had a bunch of the Paul Smith autographs from like Topps Chrome and I can't remember all the other products, this one, and I wiped a bunch of them and signed them with my signatures and sent them out to people in trade packages and mail days over the course of a few years, and there's a bunch of them out there. It's kind of funny. I would assume there's probably 50 to 60, 70 of them out there that have my signature on them. Not this particular card, but just a bunch of different Paul Smith cards. So Paul Smith, by the way, if you see this, sorry, I didn't do that to whatever the word is, disrespect you or your name in any way. It was more of a fun project with me and the homies. Funny. Anyways, thanks, Irving. I appreciate it, buddy, and appreciate your friendship. This was a gift locally. Look at that. Local LCS got a small collection of a bunch of sealed packs from like the 80s, and there wasn't really anything super valuable, but there was 84, and this was in it, which is crazy. That's my only and first ever only one and first one I've ever had at period. Sealed Mattingly rookie, visible Mattingly rookie. And it just happens to be on the front of a beautiful cello pack. That is awesome. I guess this would be called a rack pack back then. Or maybe that is what it's called. Pardon my miswording if I said that wrong. But now I don't know what to do with it. I guess I just leave it kind of protected like this. And that's it. So awesome. Happy to have that. I think it's the only football card in the video. For those of you that don't know, I do collect Edgerrin James. We played him in high school. Immokalee killed us my senior year, 56-0. Edgerrin James was unstoppable. Truly a man amongst boys in high school football. This guy was a monster. Of course, went on to be a Hall of Famer, but in high school, just imagine, he had basically the same exact body and physical stature. He was nuts. Anyways, really nice autograph there from Bowman's Best. This is a really cool strawberry auto. Not a Yankees card, but look at that card. Look at that image. Man, I don't think I've ever seen this before. I picked it up at a show. I think there were only 2 examples ever to be sold on eBay, so it's got to be pretty rare. But the checklist doesn't show short prints for Stadium Club. I am positive some of the players are rarer than others, though, because there's certainly many that you can find, and then some that you just simply don't see. This I was just... I don't know. I just had to grab it. What a cool card. Some Yankee stuff here. I picked up a small lot of these Pride of New York Yankee Signature Series. I did not have Don Gullett. these all had really nice bold autos. These are known for sometimes getting a little faded if they've been left in light, or a little bubbly if they were signed too quick at the beginning. Bucky Dent, really nice auto. David Cone, I did have Cone already, but this auto was better than what I have. This auto is really bold. Perfect. And also had a Paul O'Neill, but again, I couldn't pass these up. They were just really nice. I think I might try to grade a couple of these. They just look really good, and even though most people wouldn't spend the money to grade them, for my collection, if they're gem or better and I can determine that and try to go for it, I will try on some cards like that. My only Mattingly, I think, in this whole mail day, Golden Graphs 5-star, gold ink, green to 30. Really nice. And Yogi, this is the parallel to 10 SP Hallmarks from SP Legendary Cuts. These are really cool on card. They're on that like pitted foil that they used in Upper Deck SP, I think, Signature Series or SP Authentic Basketball in 0304, I believe it was, or maybe 0405. But anyways, this pitted foil is really different. It makes the autograph kind of, I don't know, it makes it kind of jump off a little bit. Looks really good. Anyways, that's a really nice card to 10, Yogi. All right, I think that's pretty much all the new arrivals. So let's get to some graded stuff real quick here. I sent some PC stuff to Beckett. So speaking of Yogi, this I was hoping for nines with 10 autographs on these 4 cards. So this worked out really well. There was one card that had an outside chance to gem. I was just hoping it would gem, but we got 4 nines. So let's take a look. First, Upper Deck Retro, Sign of the Times, 1998. These are awesome. He is a short print to 150. Mint 9 with a 10 auto. Beautiful card. This is actually the one that I hoped would gem. These are awesome. It's a thicker stock with the bat window in the middle there and an on-card auto and hand numbering. These are 2000 Upper Deck Yankees Master Collection. Yogi is numbered to only 80, and this one missed gem by 0.5. So close. But I'm really happy with all of the results. In fact, the silver label kind of looks awesome with this card anyways, but really nice result there. Dual on-card auto of Yogi and Don Larson. This is Upper Deck Pastime Pennants. Dual autograph. These are on-card numbered to 15. Of course, the battery of the perfect game in the World Series. Don Larson. And that mint 9 with a 10 auto as well. Or both 10 autos. And these are stickers, boo! But man, what a cool card. Both autos are awesome. Bold. Signs of Cooperstown to 20. Bob Gibson and Whitey Ford. BGS 9 with 10 autos. Awesome card. That's from 2005 Upper Deck Hall of Fame. Thanks for checking those out. Moving right along to some PSA. These were a collection that I assisted a friend locally with. I told him I wanted them, but basically told him, look, we should send these in first. They are too nice, and the value is going to really be based on the results if we can get them in slabs first. And he agreed, and we sent them out. So we got them back, and I purchased some of them, not the whole collection, but some of the ones that he knew I wanted. So these are really, really amazing examples, just awesome cards, and I hope you enjoy them. This is a Canseco 86, tops traded with the inscription Rookie of the Year. Awesome signature. We wanted the autos 10, and we did not grade the cards because these cards had small flaws, just like you would expect, you know, a little ding corner, etc. I figured the cards were probably like 7, and to me, I just wanted to see the 10 auto and the authentic, so we just did dual service without the card grade. On the vintage, in a moment, you'll see we dual graded them. But that came out awesome. And actually very few, I could not find other examples where he put Rookie of the Year on the 86 tops traded. I don't know if that was a rare thing for him or what, but came out nice. Some really cool Diamond Kings, 87 Donruss Canseco Diamond King. Check this out. Tony Gwynn, 85 Diamond King. Again, with the 10 auto on these, this looks awesome. Again, didn't grade the card, though, because I think the card was probably like a 7-ish, and I just figured it would look better, and they would all look nice coming back exactly the same if we got the 10 autos that we were hoping for. Same thing here, Johnny Bench on an 83 Diamond King. Look at the autographs on these. These look like they were signed today, and these are all from 30 to 40 years ago. Pretty amazing. Ozzie Smith on an 82 Diamond King. Look at that auto. These cards really do look awesome, but again, I think they were probably 7-ish. So we just didn't grade the cards. Pete Rose, bold auto again, 10, not on 82. And then here's some vintage. So we did dual grade the vintage because the vintage appeared to be in great condition for what it was, and certainly came out with great results here. So 66 Topps got a 5 with a 10 auto. Really tough. I mean, these are cards you just won't see in good to high grades very often. So really happy the way these came out. 70 Topps, 7 with a 10 auto. This is a really sharp card here. Look at that. A little off-centered. Let me tap it back down. $70 Topps All-Star Pete Rose, 7 again with a 10 auto. Man, these are just awesome looking cards. Sorry for saying awesome so much. Bench here, 70 Topps, came out 5 with a 10 auto. This card appeared to be slightly miscut or oversized or something because they put it in the other slab they use with the bigger recessed area in the middle. So it must not have fit quite right, but they graded it. So that means, you know, the card itself was not altered or min-sized or whatever. Anyways, 5 with a 10 auto on the bench. Doesn't that look like it was signed today? These things look amazing. And not the most valuable of the group, but I just put it in the end because it was Bob Gibson. This card looks like it was made to be signed. Autograph looks awesome. 69 Topps All-Star. 6 with a 10 auto. Really sharp centered card. Man. All right, and then some not signed stuff. This is a mix of stuff I sent in and a few cards in here that were bought from other people, but all fresh grades. I bought this in a small lot from somebody, and it was in like a plastic holder with no sleeve, snap holder, scratched up, dirty, crazy. When I opened them all up later and went through every single card, this came out. I was like, damn, look how clean this is. I couldn't believe it was so nice. No chipping. I was hoping for an 8, honestly. But a 7 on this card just come out of a dirty plastic holder with no sleeve. I couldn't believe it. So I had to send that in. Very happy with that. 71, Ted Williams, and a 7. Ricky. Rest in peace, Ricky. 1983 Topps, mint 9. What an awesome card. Mattingly's second year, Don Russ got a 9. I actually thought this card had an outside chance at a 10, man. I couldn't find a real flaw on it. It's just slightly off center, but well within there, you know, well within tolerance. Just a super sharp 9. Look at that picture. I love this card. That is like hardcore Donnie baseball. That right there is the hitman. What a legend. Donnie belongs in the Hall of Fame. Here's a Donnie rookie, 84. I was hoping for a 9. This got an 8, but still it is beautiful. Really hard to find, 84 Donruss, well-centered without tilt on the front. Really hard to find a well-centered copy of this card. If you ever see them, buy them. Make sure they're real. There are fakes. Not very well known. I actually didn't know about this card until a local dealer turned me on to them. He had a couple of them in his display and told me all about it. This is the 52 Topps Joe Page with the Johnny Sane bio. The error is that the middle section there with the bio where it says when the Yankees needed an experienced pitcher, it goes on to talk about Johnny Sane from the Boston Braves. That information is the wrong person. But this is the error, the true error. There is a corrected version. of this exact card. So the errors sell very well. I had 2 of these in a 1.5 and a 3. Sold the 1.5, and I'm keeping this one. It's a really nice looking card. Really cool. Very rare here. This was an SGC6, and your boy P-Daz here thought, man, this card looks better than a 6. But being that it was just off-centered, SGC is known for being a little stickler with front centering sometimes, and I thought PSA's tolerance might give me an edge if I tried it. And, it's not like a huge financial come up or anything, but it's certainly better in a PSA 7 than it is in an SGC 6. And when I got this card as an SGC 6, I just thought it looked so much better than that. I had to give it a shot. So I cracked it out and sent it in. I did nothing to the card. I would never do anything to a card other than just wipe off dirt or debris or fingerprints or stuff like that. I never would do anything. All I did was crack it out and send it in. But to me, it looked like a near mint card, other than the centering being a little off. So very happy with the results there. That is a really beautiful card. Elston Howard, rookie there. 50. I believe that's his rookie, isn't it? 56 tops? Or at least first tops card. Anyways, a couple Munson rookies. Speaking of people who belong in the Hall of Fame, Mattingly and Munson. Let's get the captain into the Hall. Munson belongs in the Hall of Fame. 70 tops. I got this raw in a lot and just had to grade it, even though I knew it was a mid-grade. But the centering on it is just really, really nice. So very happy to get that in a 5. In fact, I might try to get the Munson rainbow of grades. I have an 8, a 7, a 5, and now a 6. So I might work my way down and just try to find them. Don't know if I'll ever have a 9 or a 10, but here's a 6. This was picked up actually at one of the local shows. And then I believe I got the raw from the same dealer, which is why I left this in this mail day. But anyways, that's another one there. And yeah, that's actually why I did that, because this was from that same dealer. So this was Allie Reynolds, 48 Bowman rookie. Awesome looking card. I did not own one of these yet, so to find it in a 5 with great centering like this, just a nice looking card. Perfect card for my PC, so I'm very happy to pick that up. Actually, these go together. This was a grading order. Just a couple random raw cards I had. I believe I got this from B. Roth. It's Card Soup. Thanks again, Brian. I think this was like a year and a half ago, but I finally just threw it in a vintage order because I don't send in too much vintage. So finally graded this one. This one I was hoping for a 4, honestly. It got a 3. It does have some paper flaws, but just look at it, though. The image and the centering and everything from the front looks awesome. So very happy with that. Same thing here, just a raw card that I had and finally had a chance just to send it in. So actually was happy with the 5 on this. 72 tops, Phil Jackson. Badass, look at that. And a little bit more and we're done. So stick with me through the last 9 or 10 cards or whatever that is. This is the black and white 03 Upper Deck Rookie Exclusives, Carmelo Anthony SP. PSA 10. Tough card there. I think these are undervalued. The LeBron is crazy, but if you look at the other guys, I think this is an undervalued card. I was really happy to gem this. Got this raw to show. Picked this up raw, hoping this would 10. I have the autograph of this. This is the coolest Larry Johnson card that there is. 2000 finest moments. LJ rocking the LJ there. Rocking the L after the 4-point play, I believe. This is just an epic moment in MSG history. And this card here just, I don't know, this finest moment set is awesome. There's John Starks The Dunk, which is just as cool as this. But anyways, one day I'll get this in a 10. For now, that sits in the PC. Sent in one football card for grading, and it was this gold refractor. As I was digging for extra stuff to throw in, I just found this in the Giants box. Strahan 07 finest gold refractor to 50. PSA 10. What a cool card. This year of finest is really nice. Nice card there. And the last group here was actually some reslabs. I had some vintage that I had picked up at the National and a few other, recent purchases that were in the old generations of slabs. And to me, these were worth getting updated because they were just such nice examples, and they are PC cards for me. And it was only, I believe, $12 each for reslabs when I did them, a couple months back. Gil McDougall, 57 tops and a 9. Man, sharp. Tom Tresh, All-Star Rookie Cup, 63 tops and a 9. These just look awesome. Freshly recased. Check this one out. Whitey Ford, 65 tops and an 8. My lighting is from the left over here, so it's causing a bit of a shadow along the left, the left edge. I just noticed it. I hope it's not making you think all these cards are really off-centered. But beautiful. Rizzuto, 54 tops. Check that out in a 6. Man. Again, these were reslabs, not new pickups, but picture these in old scratched up generations of slabs with old wrinkly labels, and now picture them the way they look now. I just had to do it. When they all came back, I was like, oh, look how nice these look. This is my oldest card, my first ever purchase when I saw a card like this from like the 20s or the teens. I don't have any other like tobacco cards or anything like this. So this is a cool card that I'll probably always hold on to. John McGraw, hand cut in a 4. Just a cool card. I don't know. I'll probably always keep it. This one, if it weren't for that corner down here, this card presents like a 5 to a 6. It is really, really just nice. A little off-centered, of course, but the whole card is really nice. This is a 50 Bowman Yogi Berra. Again, this was an old slab. It bugged the crap out of me because it was all wrinkly and scratched up, but now it looks awesome. And the last card here, my Rizzuto rookie. Finally got this into a new case. Looks awesome. 48 Bowman, PSA 7. And I'm going to end with that. So thanks for watching, everybody. As always, love y'all. Collect what you love. Please comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And I can't wait to see y'all at the National. Hope everybody's having fun and healthy. And we'll see you soon. Take care.